I don't see how we missed this, but I do find it to be very interesting nonetheless. Microsoft has always touted the Xbox Series X as being a very powerful machine, and although Sony has managed to come out even ahead of the Xbox Series X in some comparisons, I think it's starting to get to the point now where the opposite is happening. Now, I'm not sure exactly what took so long. I think some of it could have to do with market leadership. You can make the most powerful console in the world, as Microsoft has done for a couple generations now, and yet developers are still going to most likely cater to the console that more players actually have in their homes. So we'll see what happens in the future, but according to this, it looks like there's a big upgrade that happened to the Xbox Series X, and that there is at least 300% more speed, at least according to this. And I'm, of course, going to link this in the description below. If you guys are new to the channel, I always link every video that I do, if it's a news video, with an article that backs up what I'm saying, so that it's just not a bunch of baseless BS. So the console wars obviously aren't ending anytime soon, with both PlayStation and Xbox are trying all they can to come up out on top. Fans on both sides also have their loyalties, as they refuse to move side to side. This is very crazy to me, considering, look, I'm a big fan of Xbox. I prefer Xbox, but I also buy PlayStation. But a recent post has once again fueled the rivalry with a comparison video between Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. Now, the Series X and S, while both Sony and Microsoft continue to have their individual strong points and some weak points, let's not get it twisted, fans are stunned to see how Xbox is generally the faster console among the two. This is pretty stunning if you ask me. Since the verdict of the FTC Microsoft case went in favor of the Xbox in the US, both Sony and Microsoft are bombarding the community with tons of new products and services. Obviously, the battle to get the top position in the industry is ultimately benefiting the fans, as they have a lot to choose from. Now, the PlayStation console remains the highest selling console with over 5 generations of PlayStation now, PlayStation 1 through 5, which, obviously makes it easier for people to kind of jump in. They go, oh, well, I got the PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I'll get the 5 as well. Microsoft has had a little bit of a worse time, if you will, because, obviously they were naming things a little bit differently, because they came in after, the PlayStation 2 was released, and, when you come out with an Xbox, versus a PlayStation 2, and then when you come out with an Xbox, you could have named it Xbox 2, but that would have been seeming inferior against a PlayStation 3, so I could see why they didn't want to do that. Xbox, obviously has a lot of exclusive releases catching up as well, so we'll see what happens. Despite it, it remains to be seen if Xbox can actually match what the PlayStation 5 is doing in the market, although PlayStation 5 did take a little bit of a nosedive recently, and the short-term outlook wasn't great, since PlayStation looks to not be able to get the exclusives out that they originally planned. It looks like there's some delays behind the scenes and things like that, which maybe shouldn't come as that big of a surprise, but still pretty interesting to me nonetheless, because you expect PlayStation to come out with great content like pretty much every single time. So again, we'll see if that continues to be the trend. But again, the Series S has been slammed for being poor hardware or a hindrance. I don't personally see that, but again, we'll see what happens. But according to this, a user compares the 3 consoles based on their performance with Remnant 2, which is a recent release. And while we can say that the PlayStation 5 loads the game faster than the Series X and S, when asked to quick resume, the Xbox Series X and S wins by a mile with 300% faster. Quick resume loading, Xbox Series X comes in at 6 seconds, Xbox Series S at 7.28 seconds, PS5 at 17.13 seconds. So there is a kind of a discrepancy there, all things considered. Despite having a super fast solid-state drive to load games quicker, the PlayStation 5 took over 17 seconds to quick resume Remnant 2, or, to pick back up on it. On the other hand, the Xbox Series X managed to load the game within 6 seconds flat. While its arguably weaker version did the same in just 7.28 seconds, with such a drastic difference in load time, PlayStation 5 solid-state drive doesn't seem to be much of a difference in its performance. And this is something that some people are talking about in general, due to the fact that, PlayStation and Microsoft are, competing for the same kind of thing, but Microsoft has also gone about some things a little bit differently in that, you know, they also go after the cloud and the PC as sort of a big deal, and Xbox is kind of an ecosystem more than just a singular thing. And people kind of forget that Microsoft had to pivot to stay alive in the industry. You know, people, like, honestly, could you really see them, you know, doing the same thing over and over again just to get, you know, 60, 70, 80 million consoles sold, and then pushing the reset button a little while later and starting all over at zero and hoping that you get everything right next time, right? Because look at Xbox, did 25 million. Xbox 360 did, what, 88 million or whatever it is. Xbox One, we don't really know, but people assume that it's between, you know, 45 and 60 million. So, you know, it took a step back. And Xbox Series X, we don't know either, but, you know, rough estimates are somewhere in the 20s and, you know, 20 plus million. So, again, it's not like Xbox is doing bad or anything, but when you see that, you know, they continually update and they continually get things kind of going in this direction, I think that, you know, it's what people actually want to see. And, again, everything, I think, hinges on the fact that, you know, Xbox had been struggling a bit, but again, they didn't really have any releases in 2022, and Sony had some major ones that were held back from 2021, which is God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, and Gran Turismo 7, I believe it is. Yeah, all three of those games were originally supposed to launch in 2021, and instead launched in 2022, a time when, you know, Microsoft had literally nothing first party wise on the Xbox, and it's kind of a stark contrast to 2021, because 2021 saw Microsoft launch, you know, Psychonauts 2, they launched Forza Horizon 5, which is a big hit. They launched Halo Infinite, which was at the time a great game. I mean, it was 87 rated. It wasn't until after launch that people started seeing, you know, obviously the lackluster after launch support and things like that. So, you know, again, Microsoft, I think, has really done a good job of making sure that everybody is sort of on the same page, and that, you know, their console is one that people can look to and really enjoy for what it is. I know I do. So I would love to hear what everybody else thinks, though. I certainly appreciate your time. If you enjoyed watching my content, please leave a like on the video. I'm Crap Gamer. This has been Crap Gamer Reviews. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crap Gamer 'em up. Thanks for watching. And again, I wouldn't mind if you subscribed, you know. Give it a try. Maybe you'll enjoy the videos. Thanks for watching. Peace.